Hi guys, welcome back to Adam's Autos, and in this bit of content I'm going to get the existing carbs out of this. So remember in the last bit of content we did, we sort of semi-stripped the one of the two sets of spare carbs. I'll leave a link here. In the float bowl, they all seem pretty clean, but the seals were one of them was just non-existent, or they looked like they'd seen better days. What we're going to do today, get these carbs out, have a little inspection of the rubbers, and then we can see about doing a bottom end rebuild of those carbs. I'll let you in that little secret. I've already pulled these out, so I didn't need a screwdriver, thankfully. Some of these screw holes are in a rather inopportune place, but I've managed to pull them out manually. I'm probably getting moaned at for that, but here we go. So the next thing I'm going to do is just do these cables. Now, this is already on YouTube. There's probably hundreds of accounts out there that have done the cables, so I won't bore you with that. Just going to remove these, and then we'll get back to you and have a look at the rubbers. So we've had the carbs out, and the rubbers themselves look pretty reasonable. However, the screw heads look pretty chewed up, so it's probably a good job I was able to pull these carbs out. So that looks like it's going to be one thing that's going to need to be replaced. These things, you know, they don't look too, you can probably see that one there. They don't look too unfair. I know they're the inner screws. This one was actually came off with the carbs, and even though it's a hex head, I tried to undo that and it just started rounding off. So I would say that one of the jobs I'm going to do is to replace these. So immediately that's job number one. Okay, so carbs off. First look inside. So you're going to bear with me because I'm doing this one-handed. So I've already cracked off the screws. It's these two that the bike wasn't firing from. Now, having a look at the screws on these float bowls, I mean, these look a bit mangled. These ones here, you see my finger, they look a bit mangled. So I don't know how many times people have been in these carbs, but anyway, I don't know what that black thing is on there. If we've got some odd I nearly said a dirty word then. If we've got odd bits in the bowl like this, could anything be blocked? So let's get the, okay, now looking in there, looking in there, I don't think you can see, there is some crap that's actually in there. So could these jets be blocked? These don't look too healthy, and you can see down, I don't know if you can see down there, but there's bits in that as well. So could that have been an issue? Let's have a look at the other bolt, see what that's like. Unfortunately, as I say, these are upside down, so all the fuel that was in there has already long since disappeared, but we'll have a look nonetheless. Okay, so we've got a bit more fuel sitting in there. Ooh, that ain't nice at all. Look at that. Can you see all this? The amount of crap in there. Sorry, I moved it over, but you can see, I don't think you see all that. Look at it. That ain't good. Now, I've got a feeling when we put this thing back together, we're going to be putting a fuel filter in. I mean, there is already one in there. It's there, but yeah. So what do you make of that, guys? Look. Interesting. Okay, folks, so what I've basically done is I've retreated back to my liverboard, and I'm going to do the carb rebuilding here because it's a bit more comfortable, and I've got a flat surface and reasonable light to do it in. I'm only going to do one. It's pointless you watching me do all four. if you want to watch 4 carb rebuilds, there's plenty of videos on this lovely YouTube that will show you how it's done. As I say, I'm just going to do one and then we'll see the end product. So first of all, we've got a kit there. So let's get the first one out, which is here. And as you can see, as I was saying, the sills on these are pretty skewed. So nice relief. I thought there was a dig in the cast, but there isn't. It's just a bit of what looks like sealant. So yeah, I'm going to dig these out. I've already done these bits. I've already done. Okay. So they're just waiting for the new rubbers. But yeah, as I said, I'm just going to do the one, and then you'll see the end product when I've finished. So I bought these probe sets. Now I know why. They're not exactly snap-on, so don't bite my head off about it. But hopefully they'll do the job. Oh, they're in there good. Do you ever get the feeling someone's stuck these in? There we go. Right. Got it. Ooh. Yeah, these aren't not these are horrible. They're like hard. Not rubber at all. These are absolutely knackered. So there we go. We all come out in one go, which is nice. Almost. Okay, so that's the float bowl gasket, and we're now going to swap that. I'll start with the biggest one first. I've already got a an order because I've not done this before. This is a first, but that's got to go around here. It's got to go around there. Okay, so we'll leave that. Alright, next up, let's have a look at the floats and needle. If you can see that, that looks pretty grim. So I'm going to get that one off and we'll find whichever one matches it, because there's quite a few in here. I don't know what the hell's happened to these, but these are horrible. Do you get the feeling this is going to end in tears? I'm going to get this pick right in my finger. Oh, I see. Yeah, the other thing I've got to do is change these needles. I was kind of like, how do you do it? But that's the pin there. That should be quite easy. Do you know what? I'm actually going to do that. I'm actually going to take that pin out now. Should just push out. It can't go anywhere. There we go. Right, so we'll leave that there. Oh, that's off. Hopefully now I won't break the float. So just push that to the side. Ah! Alright. Well, we got it. As I said, that does look kind of grim. But it didn't break up, so that's good. So I can find the right one to replace it. Right, there we go. That's that off. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the replacement. I'm going to put the replacement rubber on now. Replacement float valve. And those bits can go back together. Alright. So that's our new. Right, so there's a new needle. Okay, so we're going to put that one on. There we go. All nice, all cushy. There's the new needle. I'll put it on the wrong way. Silly sod. Oh, put it on the wrong way round. Silly boy. There we go. Right, so that's on the right way around this time. That goes there. That goes in there. We're all good. Then we put the pin back in, which is, there's the pin. That goes back in. No, it doesn't. It falls out. Let's try again. Alright, so there's needle. Now what we need to do now is get the pin in, hopefully without falling out this time. Alright, so we need the pin. There we go. There we go. So that's one mechanism done. The next bit is this. That basically goes over there. I don't think it goes that way around because we've been poking out. So yeah, basically this is the next bit that's going to go on. We've got a little gasket seal in here. Right, so we've got this one next. That is going to go in there, which I believe is that way round, like that. So that's in, and then going to go on like that. There's like a little location dowel there, which is just there. There we go, it's just popped in. Just felt the little pop, and then this little thing goes on. It can only go on one way, which is that way around, and then I'll tighten it up in a minute. So there we go. That was nice and easy, wasn't it? That was almost too easy. And then that goes on there. Look at that. Okay, so that's one finished. I'm just going to do the same with the other four, and then you'll see the end result, and they'll all be ready to go back on to the FZR. So there we go, everything's back together, and it just now waits to get them fitted. Unfortunately, as I said before, I can't do that until the new clips. They're about £7 each. Fowler's have got them in stock, so as soon as they turn up, we can get them fitted, and hopefully off we go. And just before I finish, these were the old seals. They were manky, and there was a couple that weren't even there, so hopefully we'll have a nice set of carbs that work. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one, where we'll be putting these carbs back on, plumbing the fuel in, and hopefully getting it fired up again. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and there's going to be some content from my collection of other vehicles coming up at some point. Thank you. Love and light. God bless.